Before anything else, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more real-life experiences. She sent a single line, "Can't make it tonight." That was all. No explanation, no apology, no hesitation. I read it twice, set my phone down, and whispered to myself, "Okay?" No arguments, no chasing, no trying to persuade her. Life had already taught me that not every silence deserves a reaction. Some silences are lessons in disguise, and this one felt exactly like that. The evening moved on quietly. It could have been lonely, but it wasn't. I ordered a modest dinner, not her favorite, not mine, just something simple. A meal that reminded me I was enough on my own, even if she chose not to be there. As I ate, my mind wandered over familiar patterns, the small, subtle habits that signal bigger issues long before they surface. She had canceled last minute before, given vague excuses, expected me to plead, to worry, to fix her mistakes. Every single time, I had learned the same lesson. Composure is stronger than chaos. The world doesn't stop for someone who won't show up, and neither should I. By the time night settled in, I had cleared the table, poured myself a glass of water, and curled up on the couch. No anger, no bitterness, just observation. Sometimes the quietest watchfulness reveals the clearest truths. Unbeknownst to her, her absence was a lesson she would only understand later. The following morning, a message appeared. "Sorry, had a lot going on." I read it and replied simply, "I understand." Calm, controlled, without frustration or explanation. She likely anticipated emotion, irritation, disappointment. But I had long since stopped giving power to moments that didn't honor the truth. That week, I focused on steady routines, work tasks, errands, quiet rhythms that accumulate without fanfare. Meanwhile, I noticed subtle changes in her behavior, slower replies, hesitant words, less certainty in her calls. She had tested a boundary. I refused to compromise. By Friday, she suggested meeting. I agreed, not out of need or guilt, but with presence and clarity. At our usual cafe, she filled the conversation with jokes, apologies, and stories meant to erase her absence. I listened quietly, sipping my coffee, steady and unshaken. Her words drifted past without impact. Between her sentences, the truth became clear. She expected me to chase, to crumble under disappointment. She did not anticipate calm strength or stillness. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than any argument or explanation. When our meeting ended, she reached for my hand, uncertain, perhaps hoping I would forgive and reward her. I smiled softly, nodded once, and said, "Take care." No drama, no resentment, just unshakable peace. Walking away, I felt a quiet clarity that only comes from respecting yourself. To honor your own calm instead of reacting to someone else's chaos is liberating. That night, I ate another simple dinner and enjoyed my own company. It wasn't loneliness. It was completeness. No victory, no bitterness, just understanding. Some people teach lessons not with words, but with what they choose not to do. Weeks passed. Her texts became rare, her apologies quiet, her presence faded. She may have wondered if I was angry or if I had moved on too quickly. The truth, I had moved on long before. Moving on isn't pretending or forgetting. It's staying composed, preserving your peace, and letting their choices reveal their true character. Eventually, I stopped checking my phone, stopped replaying the night in my mind. Life continued, steady, calm, and quietly beautiful. My attention turned to people who matched my presence in moments that built instead of drained me. When she finally messaged again, I didn't respond. And in that silence, everything became clear. A person's worth isn't measured by how loudly they demand attention, but by how quietly they hold themselves. She walked away from the moment, but I walked toward myself. And that is the choice no one can ever take from you.